Hey, what's up? Well, I would like to do an unboxing today. And while my package hasn't arrived yet, I would like to start off in this room with the telescope. I don't know if I'm going to finish or complete the unboxing in here, but I would like to just, while I can talk loudly, I would like to just, start off the video right here. And then I will unbox the item and sort of splice those videos together. Hey, what's up? Well, I'm back. And I just wanted to say that I changed to a different blouse and a different necklace because it's a day later. And my package is in. And this is what was in it. See if I could get it out. See, I'm gonna cut this. It's in a nice little protective bag. This right here is a doll. I mean, he's sort of a doll or an action figure. And what makes him special, it says, Cotter TV show, Arnold Horseshack. What makes him special is a number of things. I'll have to figure out a way to get him back in that bag. But there's two things that really make him special that I thought about not buying him, but let's see. He's exactly 8.5 inches. Number one. And while he's not proportional to the Barbie world, I guess that would put him on a 1/9 scale or 1/8 scale or something like that. Let's see, 1/8 is about 9 inches. 1/9 is about 8 inches, so somewhere in between there. That's Arnold Horseshack. And the other thing about him is his face. He has a very unusual looking face. And it reminds me of that teacher about which I made that song. And, it's kind of odd because for him to be a little bitty doll, because really and truly, my lifelong dream, like there once was a time when I used to fantasize about actually molding my own dolls, which I'm glad I decided against that, because that could get very dangerous and very messy very fast. But I used to wish that I could have like a 13-inch Ken doll, like about, instead of being an inch, no, he's about 4 inches shorter than, he's about 4 inches too short, and I would have wanted Ken to be like right here on him. But I've always wished I could have about a 13-inch Ken doll instead of a 12-inch. A male doll about an inch taller than Ken, which translates to about 6 inches of human height. And I've always wanted to have that and have him have a face very similar to this. He's got movable legs. Because that is the kind of face that teacher had in the song that I made. And I made 2 versions of the song, because well, one of them, it pronounced his name entirely wrong. And it's almost like it's just like so many things. It's like phonics. You have to spell it incorrectly sometimes if it's a strange foreign word. Um, if it's a non-English word or name, you have to spell it differently. Spell it like it sounds in order to get it to be pronounced correctly. So sometimes if you spell it right, it'll pronounce it wrong. So you spell it wrong so that it will pronounce it right. And so he looks a lot like that teacher. And the irony is that instead of being really tall, he's really short. And so that's not realistic. And this tag is faded. It's all yellow and faded out. But I'm gonna leave it because it tells you who the doll is, who and what the doll is. But that show, obviously, Welcome Back, Kotter. It was before my time. I didn't exist. I guess it was in the 70s or something. And so that was maybe 10 years before I would exist. And, definitely this teacher of mine existed. And it's all about a teacher, And so that's what I want to talk about is like, just about how there's just so much content. I want to talk about how there is no reason in the world for me to watch children's shows, and as I've stated before, I'm really not, I have attention deficit, so I'm really I'm not as much of a TV or cartoon watcher or enthusiast as I am a doll collector. And, my interest, it's always been like, my interest is in, what dolls can or have been made based on the characters more than about, how great is the show. Because I'm not really a movie buff or a cartoon buff. But I just want to say that there's just so much content, past and present, made for adults that I will never get to see. Like, I will never get to fully experience and appreciate, to the point where there is no need for me to watch children's shows or children's cartoons ever again. There's no need for me to resort to children's content, knowing that there is so much adult stuff that I will never see, that I will never get to watch, that I will never get to experience. So I just wanted to talk about that and how he looks like that teacher. And I don't think I want to, include it directly into my videos. Because then, if I ever wanted to remove that to protect his identity, then I'd have to delete my whole video or take down my whole video. And I really hate the way that people who can't get me to back down on what I believe are trying a different approach, another way to skin the cat, so to speak. They're trying the approach of having my old videos deleted for copyright violations, which they're not violations. It's just that I've used the music that my phone had to make like little slideshow videos, which I thought were very cool at the time. So they're reporting them as copyright violations, just to take down the whole video. And they're finding other ways to take down my videos, since I will not stop saying what I believe and believing what I say about the subject. So they think that they'll just, take down the video and it'll be all one and the same, as if I, just decided that their truth can be the actual truth. And that's just what I wanted to say. And the other thing, I forgot to mention, I always keep finding another way to look at something, is that the Republican Party is the party, the red is like, the blood of Christ, the words of Christ. So, the Republican Party believes that the Bible determines the truth and everything, and the Democrat Party is the worldly party. They believe, it's blue like a world globe. And so whatever the world thinks at the time, if the world decides that it's okay to commit murder, as an abortion, fornication, adultery, homosexuality, or sodomy, if the world believes that something is okay or is no longer a sin, then that's what they're going with at the time. Back in the 50s and 60s, before homosexuality was mainstream, the Democrats were not for that. They never advertised as being pro-gay until there was more social acceptance in the culture of it. And, the Republican Party is the one that believes that, the Word of God is what determines the truth, and it always has been. It believed that slavery was wrong, because all men were created equal and all that. And so, like, the Democrats have just always been the worldly party, like a world globe. And so, yeah, they apply that principle to everything. And I just hate liberalism in so many ways. And, I can't really get into most TV. I really can't, because it's just so, obviously it's made by liberal-minded people. People that think that their truth is, whatever. The truth can be whatever you want it to be. So, obviously they feel that way because they write fiction. That's basically the premise behind fiction. Whatever the writer wants the truth to be is the truth in that story. If they don't want to make shows about the common cold, or, that recognize the reality that is the common cold, then they don't have to in their mind. If they want it to be like it never rains, obviously there are desert places where that's pretty much the case, but, whatever they want the truth to be, is what they make it in the story. And that's why Hollywood and the music industry and things like that have always attracted liberal people, because it's like whatever they want the truth to be in their song, their movie, or whatnot, that's what it is in their mind. And so they think in a very leftist way. And I really can't get into much TV, but if I wanted to, there's just so much more stuff, that I could watch, adult shows from past and present, adult shows that I will never see the end of. I will never run out of adult-oriented movies, movies and films, and shows aimed at adults. So why would I need to watch any more children's content for the rest of my life? And I'm glad my package came in.